I know what it's like to be the child, and I can just imagine my dad not coming home. You know, it hurts.
Folks in neighboring Estill County came out to pray for the family of Officer Ellis and to support law enforcement officers in their own city.
Plus, Officer Ellis's alma mater pays tribute to him, how EKU honored the fallen officer. And UK goes on the road to Georgia, hoping to end their losing streak.
This is WKYT News.
Many communities are honoring a fallen police officer. Thanks for staying up with WKYT. I'm Kristen Kennedy. Officer Daniel Ellis died Friday morning at UK Chandler Hospital. He was in critical condition there after suffering a gunshot during a robbery investigation earlier in the week. Tonight, families in Estill County held a prayer service outside the courthouse in Irvin. WKYT's Garrett Weimer attended. He has our top story.
On the steps of the Estill County Courthouse, under the flag and their own flashing lights, police and first responders prayed for their fallen brother.
When we kiss our wives, our husbands, kids, when we go out the door, they don't know if we're coming back or not.
It's a reality they know and accept. But they say there's no way to prepare for when it happens.
I don't like an occasion like this to bring people out where everybody gets together, because this is really a very sad occasion.
Much of Jessica Lee's family is in law enforcement. One reason she came to show her support.
Whether you know them personally or not, you know, I know what it's like to be the child, and I can just imagine my dad not coming home. You know, it hurts.
Irvin's mayor says it was only natural for them here to show their support for their neighbors in Madison County who were hurting. They also took the chance to pray for and thank all the folks who serve their own county.
That's what the human's supposed to do. It's what human beings supposed to do.
Thank you for the community for supporting us, and I love all you guys, each and every one of you.
In Irvin, Garrett Weimer, WKYT.
Many people and businesses today at Eastern Kentucky. People there did honor Officer Ellis with a tribute minutes before kickoff between the Colonels and the UT Martin Skyhawks. Officer Ellis graduated from EKU in 2005. Colonel fans showed support for his family by wearing shirts and making signs. His wife Katie and police officers received a standing ovation from the thousands of people in the stands.
Every day these people go to work and put their lives on the line, and it's the least we can do to show our appreciation for what they do every single day.
Funeral arrangements are set for Officer Ellis. Visitation will be Tuesday from 2 until 8 at Alumni Coliseum on the Eastern Kentucky University campus in Richmond. His funeral will be Wednesday morning at 11, also at Alumni Coliseum. The family asked that donations be made to the Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial Foundation. Because of the funeral and visitation, EKU is canceling classes at all campuses between 4:45 Tuesday afternoon and 4:30 Wednesday afternoon. All Madison County schools and Model Laboratory School will be closed Wednesday for the funeral. Well, people and businesses in the Commonwealth are raising money for the Ellis family. First Gear Screen Printing is selling T-shirts with Officer Ellis's badge number printed on the front. So far, organizers have raised about $6,500. And Ace Hardware in Richmond will be handing out 2,000 free blue light bulbs Monday through Wednesday next week to show support for all law enforcement.
We're hoping that people will light up their porches on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we will be in coordination with everything else. The courthouse is supposed to be in blue. Of course, EKU, it was lit up in blue last night. It's amazing. Small communities are like that, and Richmond is just fantastic when it comes to support of their community.
Ace Hardware is taking donations to help pay for those blue light bulbs. They're donating 100% of money raised to the Ellis family. For more information on how you can help, go to WKYT.com. We will post all fundraisers that we know about right there. We now know the name of the teenager who died in a crash in Powell County. Yesterday, just before 5, police say a truck and a car crashed on Old Highway 15. The coroner says the driver of the truck crossed into oncoming traffic. 15-year-old Jaron Dwayne Reed died at the scene. Emergency crews rushed the driver of the truck and one person in the car to the hospital. We're told there was a second person in the car and they were not injured. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office is investigating a violent robbery that happened Thursday night around 11 at the Zaxby's restaurant on Versailles Road. Deputies say a man with a gun entered the restaurant through the back door and surprised the clerk. We're told he held an employee at gunpoint, took some cash and the clerk's cell phone. He escaped through the back door. Yesterday's rain brought some much cooler temperatures to the Commonwealth. That cooler air is expected to stick around for a while. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell's in with an early look at the forecast.
Yeah, and it's going to dig a little bit deeper as we advance into the overnight hours tonight. Already pretty chilly out there with some low and mid 40s creeping into the area. But what's going to happen is the cloud deck that we have in place will start to thin out even more so, and that's going to allow temperatures to drop off even quicker as we go through the overnight. Here we go. We look at our forecast. We'll start the morning off tomorrow around 7 o'clock. Here at 37 degrees. Now watch what happens. You have the clouds around. They thin up though through the day. Look at that. We're by 4 o'clock tomorrow. We're tracking some clouds way off in the distance there. Temperatures around 53 degrees. Just a little on the breezy side at that point. We advance through the rest of your Sunday. Notice clouds are thickening up off in the distance. What's going to happen is we're going to have a bigger push of cloud cover going into Monday, as eventually what's going to happen, we'll track some showers out of those clouds as we get into the daytime hours on Monday. And you can kind of see some of that coming at you here later on in the day. There comes that rain. So that's the next chance of shower activity getting in here coming up for you as we head into your Monday. We will take a closer look at that and the rest of the forecast here in just a few minutes.
Well, turning now to the Wildcats, the University of Kentucky hit the road hoping for a win against Georgia, and they needed a lot more than hope to pull that off. WKYT's Lee K. Howard is in now with more on that game. Hey, Lee K.
Hey, Kristen. Yeah, after dropping 3 straight in the SEC, Kentucky faced the tall task of going on the road to face Georgia, and Kentucky's struggles would continue. 3 turnovers, including Patrick Toll's 2 interceptions. The Wildcats managed only 180 total yards of offense, and after the game, Mark Stoops said that the depth chart would be reevaluated at all positions, including quarterback.
Took a pretty good beating by Georgia. Very good football team that had their backs against the wall and responded much better than we did. Give them credit. They beat us, made it very difficult for us to move the football, and really didn't play good enough on any side to win.
We will have much more highlights from that game and plenty of others from around the state of Kentucky. That's coming up a little bit later in game time.
Lee K., thank you. A new traffic signal at a busy Lexington intersection will start running next week. State transportation leaders will activate the signal at Citation Boulevard and Greendale Road Monday morning at 10. The intersection opened in September. Transportation leaders decided to install the light after a lot of crashes there. Governor-elect Matt Bevin will be on tomorrow morning's edition of Newsmakers. During yesterday's taping, Bevin told WKYT's Bill Bryant that he is working to put together a transition team to help prepare him for office. He also addressed his plans for marriage licenses in Kentucky and his family's move to the governor's mansion. You can catch the full interview tomorrow at 6 o'clock on WKYT or at 10 in the morning on the CW Lexington. Today, a Lexington dentist's office offered services free of charge. Pearson and Justice Dental hosted its annual event, Dentistry from the Heart. Patients received cleanings, extractions, and fillings. They usually serve about 300 people during the event.